You could see it on the blue one.
Davina, hi. Davina, you've been with Garnier for 20 years.
I know, it's mad.
So in that time, what would you say is the product that you've recommended to the most of your friends?
There's quite a few.
Go on.
I mean, I've got to say micellar water is one of them. I think I don't know one cupboard in the UK that doesn't have a bottle of micellar water in it.
No,
it's like,
you're right.
And it's funny because I think the word iconic is overused, but in this case, it is perfect. You know, that bottle's iconic.
It's very
instantly
recognisable.
recognisable. Even if you had no product name on there, you would know who it was. I have to say Garnier Summer Body.
Yeah.
That is, what's funny is it's not really part of my contract. Like Garnier don't ask me to talk about it, but I talk about it non-stop because I use it every day, well, nearly every day. And I'm obsessed with it. It's amazing. So I take it on holiday even. So when I've got a little bit of a tan, I supersize my tan with the Summer Body.
Yeah.
And obviously Nutrice, which I use every 3 weeks.
My mum uses that now. We love that.
I think it's very easy to put on. It's very simple. It's very quick. I can colour my hair in 45 minutes from start to finish. And people always go, "Oh, does your boyfriend do it?" Because he's a hairstylist. And I'm always like, no, the last thing he wants to do when he comes home from work is my hair. Like, he's over it by that point. You know, sometimes he'll, if we go out to something, he'll go, "Do you want me to style your hair?" And he'll ask me. I would never ask him to do my hair. And it almost feels like I try and do it on a night when I'm not with him because it's a waste of our time. We get so little time together because we work so hard.
You can sit and watch the TV.
Colouring my hair.
You mentioned actually that the micellar water is one of the things that you had kind of passed on to your daughter.
Yeah.
And you spoke about your mum a lot today.
Yeah.
So what were your earliest memories of beauty?
I mean, what's funny is that I grew up with my grandmother and she had amazing skin. But I remember going to kiss her at night, because say goodnight to my granny, and she would have had her bath or shower or whatever. And I remember thinking, oh, Pippi's very greasy. She'd just like cover herself in the thickest
lotions and potions,
like greasiest moisturizer. And then she'd wake up in the morning and it had all absorbed. And I remember thinking, wow, where's the greasy bits gone? I just used to wash my face with soap and water, you know, that was it. And it was only really in my late 20s that I started thinking, do you know what? I think I need to start thinking about my skin and looking after it a bit more. And I'm very glad I did.
Yeah.
I do worry about really young girls using products on their face that are a bit savage. And I think that, like, what you know with Garnier is it's as natural as possible. It's Leaping Bunny approved. Every single product they make is cruelty free.
Yeah.
You know, you can just trust it. It's sustainable. And I think for all ages, it's a really, really good brand.
And I think the fact that you've been with them for 20 years really speaks to how much you love them. And being on camera so much and on so many things that we've loved, like, there must be an inside element to it too. You want to look great but also feel great. And I know that you're such a passionate advocate for, let's say, women going through the menopause as well, for example. If you're having one of those days, Davina, where you're just not quite feeling yourself, what do you do to try and turn it around? Or what piece of advice would you give to someone to be a bit more positive, perhaps?
I think there's a couple of things. So in the evening, if I'm feeling like I've just had a really exhausting day, I use a mask, like just one of the masks that just goes over and you sit there. It feels like a loving thing to do. It feels quite nourishing for your skin. It means that tomorrow you will not be suffering the damage from today's exhaustion. You know, you will look better. And I was talking earlier about skincare being part of self-care, which is that you are worth taking care of yourself. It's not for anybody else, but it's like an act of love to yourself. I'm going to look after my skin. And it's almost a sort of time of mindfulness. You can look at yourself in the mirror, take off your makeup, enjoy yourself without makeup, say, there you are. Hi, well done for today. You made it through.
Yeah.
You know, like, strip yourself bare and say some nice things to yourself in the mirror. In the morning, the first act of love I do to myself is I put on nice underwear. And I wear nice underwear every day. Every day is a good underwear day. It's not like because I'm going to see my boyfriend or I'm going to go and do something. I'll wear nice underwear because I want to feel sexy, or I've got my I'm in business underwear. I've got all different types of underwear, colourful, lacy, always matching. And it's like, it's my little secret that nobody else knows about. It's the thing that I can think,
I know what's going on under here.
I know something. So there's little acts of love to yourself. They're really important. Another thing that I think makes yourself feel good is if you're making a meal for once a week or something, make yourself literally get a recipe, maybe something that could get frozen.
Yeah.
So you could make a recipe for 4 and then batch freeze it. Cooking for yourself is also an amazing act of self-love. Like, lots of people cook for other people, but when they're on their own, they eat a carrot and some hummus.
Something for you.
Make yourself something.
There's quick fire questions that I'm desperate to know.
Yeah, go.
Favourite ever Big Brother contestant?
Nadia.
She was a great one.
Yeah.
I think mine would be Brian Dowling. I was thinking about it earlier.
I mean,
or
Brian
Alison,
Dowling was my favourite.
until Nadia came along.
But I think for me, it was about Nadia going into the house and going into the house as a woman and not wanting to tell anybody about her past and wanting to be accepted. And it was really lovely because that is what happened.
Have you seen that she's become really popular on TikTok now?
Oh, no.
Yeah, she always comes up as live.
Oh, great.
She's a great one. A couple more, Davina. Who were you rooting for in Pop Stars The Rivals?
What, is there another Pop Stars The Rivals?
No, when you were the...
Oh, who was I rooting for?
Yes, who was your favourite then?
Girls Aloud.
Yeah, same.
I mean, what a career they had.
I know.
And Sounds of the Underground is still one
Absolutely
of my favourite
wicked
songs. That was like one of the greatest first singles ever.
I'm going to see them later this year. I know.
Nadine,
15th of the 4th, making me a Gemini. I know.
Oh,
Last one, Davina. What is the best beauty tip you've ever been given that you wish everybody knew?
I would say don't start taking care of your skin too late. It's never too early to start thinking about skincare. And I left it quite late myself, but there wasn't really the kind of offering that you have now. And I used to kind of almost wear it as a badge of pride. Oh, I don't do anything, but actually I wish I had. And so I think take care of yourself, and not just for other people, not even just for your skin, but for how it makes you feel.
Thank you, Davina. Thank you.